We have the call the October 12th, 2023 Planning Commission meeting to order and ask our secretary to call the roll, please.
Sharon Jackson.
Yes.
Timothy Lusher.
Yes.
Thomas Daniel.
Yes.
Rick Mills.
Yes.
Michael Nichols. Daryl Sanderson.
Yes.
Charles Stewart.
Yes.
Brent Swager.
Yes.
William May.
Here we do have a quorum. And would ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the September meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we adopt the minutes as revised. There was a correction made by the secretary that did not get out to everyone. But I've seen it. I think it's appropriate. And we should adopt the minutes as revised by the secretary.
Motion by Commissioner Jackson. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Sanderson. Any discussion? Seeing none. Vote by voice. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. Let's have it. Now we need a motion to approve the payment of the bills. Motion by Commissioner Lusher, Commissioner Stewart. Any discussion? Seeing none. I'll ask for a voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Before I have a quick question. Inasmuch as I saw an email today that indicates that the amount of funds left in the pool for the contractors on the master plan, do we have sufficient? Can staff inform us if we have sufficient funds to complete the master plan? Are we going to be deficient in doing so? And have we received whatever we are supposed to receive for the payment that is currently included in a list of billing at $8,857.50?
I don't know that anyone can answer that question here tonight, because the administration is done by city staff, which has no item on the agenda. I said it out here. So,
would the chairman mind requesting that staff respond to those inquiries so that we can have some level of comfort that we're moving in the right direction at the right speed, with the anticipation that we will receive the product that we contracted to receive?
we may do that if there's no objections to the objection. If not, so would you mind sending me
The inquiry that I made.
That's the case. I'll make sure I have that way. If there's no objection, that's the word. Now, any more discussion on approving the payment of the bills? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. Let's have it. We would like to welcome two new members tonight, Mr. Todd McDaniel and Mr. Reed Mills, I believe our county appointees. Is that correct? You all have you both been sworn in? Okay, thank you. Welcome. All right, now, staff, do you have any updates on your items?
I think on the agenda there was like a placeholder for a comp plan update. I don't have much on that front except that staff is scheduled to meet with the consulting team on Monday the 16th. There is an advisory committee meeting scheduled for October 17th and a steering committee meeting is scheduled for October 24th. Staff did recently receive some draft chapters from the consulting team for our review, and we are going through that now. That's about all I have on that end.
Any questions for staff? Did such a great job. There's no questions. All right. Reports of any standing committees. Any? Mr. Chair,
I'll just mention just for the the full commission's sake that the zoning update committee did meet and is in the process of reviewing and eventually make some recommendation regarding the proposed changes to the special capital zoning district. It's under Article 17. So that's the historic district in the South Frankfort area. And they're basically looking at changing it out of revising Article 17 that has all the requirements regarding properties down here and putting it more in a guideline format. And so they presented that draft to us at the update committee. So eventually we'll have a recommendation for change to Article 17 that comes before us.
Any other members of any committees? Standing or special? All right. Next, we'll ask the secretary to introduce. Sure. Any new, we can go back to this. Any new business? We do have an appointment on the ARB that the Planning Commission makes. That would require someone to be appointed by the Planning Commission. I mean, like the Planning Commission as a whole, someone could make a motion, and then there would be a second, and we could vote on that. So, someone, now that would be for a full term, and my understanding is this would replace the vacancy created with Penny Cross not being reappointed to the Planning Commission.
So it's a three-year term that's outlined in the bylaws of the Architectural Review Board, and I don't know if everybody's familiar with that, but they meet basically once a month. They hear cases regarding properties that make changes to the exteriors of the buildings within those districts.
I would actually like to make a motion to this to the planning process. Yes. I would like to make a motion to appoint Nicholas as our committee member to the ARB.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Lesher. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Sanderson. Any discussion? Commissioner Sanderson. Are you okay with that?
I don't know if they have any other committees.
Okay. Any discussion? If not, we can do that by voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. All right. Mr. Nichols. And that is a 3-year term unless you want to. We already done. All right. Well, thank you for doing that. All right. Any other new business?
Nominating
Well, that was under committee reports, but we can certainly bring that up.
any recommendations?
Well, we discussed the secretary treasurer position.
Right. We want to do that then. I forget what we did. We decided to do that. I knew we talked about it. So we'd like to make just a motion and Charlie Stewart will be the new secretary.
There's a motion by Commissioner Sanderson, second by Commissioner Lesher. Now is there discussion? Okay, if not, then we'll do that by voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. Thank you. Stand for the next meeting. Is there any other new business?
Mr. Chairman, I guess we wrote the plan out. If you have an opportunity to think about what the bylaw review committee.
Well, we talked to Brent. I'm sorry, Commissioner Swager. I talked a little bit about that. As I personally had some input on and kind of looking at someone who does have a law degree that's on that commission. but
We might have just got
appointed to something else. Because that, we just were talking about that it may not really need to be that much. If you don't want to do it, so like, we won't pressure you to do it. Okay. Well, that's simple. Then if there's no, does anyone object to that? I'm just going to do it in form of just if there's no objection, then Mr. The chair. I mean, we'll be on the bottom, so we need to review this. Thank you.
Great, if someone decides this.
Yeah, did anybody else want to do it? We can have more people. Anybody want to do it?
I mean, I'm certainly welcome.
Okay, so Commissioner Swigert will also be appointed to that committee unless there's objection. I'm sorry. Anybody else? Okay, then
I recommend that either you, vice chair, serve on the alternate.
Okay, I'll do it with you.
So that
It's David. That's the David. Who's your boss? Anybody? I think three is sufficient. If there's no objections, then Commissioner Swigert, Commissioner Nichols, and myself. They work on the bylaws. I'm sure plenty of staff. All right. Are we ready for the first public hearing, everyone? So I'll ask the secretary to introduce the first item.
I'm not going to pronounce this correctly.
It's Frayer.
Frayer Commercial Properties LLC is requesting a zone map amendment from Industrial Commercial District IC to Highway Commercial District CH. We have a 3.13 acre property at 1003 and 1005 Twilight Trail. The property is more specifically identified as PDA map number 050-00-00-092.03. This is a county item. And if you're going to testify, you need to be sworn. Do you swear to affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Would you state your name for the record?
Ben Judah, planning supervisor.
What is your position in the county?
Planning supervisor.
How long have you been in that position?
5.
And where was you at position, Stephen?
I was a planning technician at the local Metro Planning and Design Services.
Can you please briefly give your training, education, and your experience here?
Sure. I have a bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Kentucky with a minor in business. I have a master's degree in urban planning with a concentration of land use planning from the University of Louisville with a post-baccalaureate certificate in real estate development.
And are you a certificate in licensure within the area?
I'm also a MS4 certified stormwater inspector for the county.
If you review the application for fair commercial properties, LLC, presented
I have.
and you reviewed
Yes.
are there any additions or conditions to your standards?
Yeah, on page 10, goal number 6 says it appears policies 4 and 6 are applicable. Policy 4 says encourage appropriate infill housing as a tool to preserve neighborhoods. That's when I'm applicable, since it's not proposing any housing. So I would remove 4. I don't know if I was thinking 3 or 1 may apply, but certainly 4 was not applied.
Is that also a recommendation?
It does not.
What did you recommend with regard to the
I have all positive findings and I'm recommending approval.
Mr. Chair, this report is submitted into the record. Objections or
Ask staff to present your report.
Sure.
For those of you who may have been on this board back in March 2020, this case may seem somewhat familiar as the subject property was up for rezoning at the time, where it went from highway commercial to industrial commercial. Just behind that request was the property owner at the time wanted to convert the existing structures into storage units, which required the IC industrial zone. That never materialized. The property transferred ownership, and the new owner is now requesting that the zoning be reverted back to the previous highway commercial zone, and staff is in agreement with that request.
Commission members have any questions of staff?
I'll ask the applicant then, but building has been proposed for this property.
The buildings are set up in a way where they can be leased out for office space. So the applicant may have more insight as to what potential tenants they may be, but recently the Board of Adjustments had a case for a beauty parlor to be located in one of them because the industrial commercial zone didn't permit it by right. They had to get the conditional use. So in order to kind of mitigate some of those other potential issues is kind of the cause behind this request.
Was this property previously zoned with the city?
True. But also just like to put on the record that staff recommends and not hold that request.
Any other questions from commission members? All right. Does the applicant have any questions of staff? I know you're being represented by Mr. Cecil.
Yes, Chair.
Anyone in the audience have any questions of staff? All right. Then we'll ask the applicant to present. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, members of the Planning Commission, my name is Preston Cecil. I represent the applicant in this matter. First of all, we've reviewed the staff report and we agree with all the findings of fact. Recommendations of the staff, specifically that the zone map amendment is in agreement with the comprehensive plan as set forth on page 11 of the report. This one is a little unusual for me in that, again, we are asking for recommendation to go back to a prior designation of highway commercial, which we believe is more appropriate in this area. And again, I think as staff pointed out, my client is currently using the space for offices and commercial. There aren't any additional buildings to be constructed or parking that's an issue, no traffic issues. So we believe we fit squarely under KRS 102.13 and requests for the reason. That was trying to answer your question.
Thank you. Commission members have any questions for the applicant?
Just one. You want to go first, John? Go ahead.
Yes, Commissioner Jackson.
Well, I just have a question of clarification on the property and its bounds. In the rear, does the tree line and the little ditch, etc., go with the property, or does the property boundaries end at the tree line? I couldn't tell when I went out and observed. I'm going to let the owner come up and clarify that if I could.
If you don't mind, state your name for the record.
Do you need to be sworn?
Okay. Which first?
Swear. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Matthew Freer. I'm the owner of said property. And the tree line that I think you're referring to is pretty close to the border of the property line, as it lies on the end.
Okay, so it doesn't jump over.
No, assuming we're talking about the same tree line,
There's only one at the back of your property, sir.
Yes, sir.
two buildings, you said you're gonna keep those, or you'll, new buildings, or just keep the two that you got?
Keep the two.
Anyone in the audience have any questions about that? All right. Thank you so much. And there's no one in the audience that wishes to testify, is there? Seeing that. Sorry, that was a leading question. Yeah, I'm so sorry. That was a very leading question. I'm so sorry. All right. Everyone's testified, I think. Unless someone else has anything else. All right, so this time we'll ask for a motion to table the item in order for a summary of the testimony to be prepared. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the public hearing be closed, that the staff report be adopted as a summary of the item, and that the commission take action on the item at this meeting. Second.
Wow, that's a lot of seconds. Motion by Commissioner Jackson, second by Commissioner Swigger. I think. Yeah, was first. Very close, split second. Any discussion on that? If not, we need to do a roll call vote. I'll do a voice. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like saying. Okay, thank you. Now, we'll take a motion before we.
Mr. Chairman, what you want to do? I'm good. Whichever way you want to do.
Probably start with findings of fact. Yeah. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to adopt the findings of fact written in the staff report number 1, 2, and 4.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Swigger, second by Commissioner Jackson. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask the Secretary to call the roll, please.
Mr. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Lusher?
Yes.
Mr. Mills?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sanderson?
Yes.
Mr. Stewart?
Yes.
Mr. Spiker?
Yes.
Chairman Day?
Yes. Item is adopted.
I'd like to make a motion based on those 3 findings of fact that.
Okay. Chairman, need to ask if there are any additional findings of fact.
Anyone else have any additional thoughts?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to offer an additional
Okay.
And because it's item number 3 indicates that the property is within 1 mile of Interstate 64 interchange. And that's just fact. Yeah. And I would offer that as a finding of fact.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Jackson, second by Commissioner Stewart to add number 3 as additional finding of fact.
Yeah, I'll just say it is a fact, but I don't think it's relevant to.
But because it's within that interchange center that the comprehensive plan calls for certain types of development, including highway commercial.
Okay, if it's I'll just say that was if that's true, but it's bad planning. Okay, I've had enough discussion.
Anyone else have any discussion on this motion? All right. Secretary, please call the roll.
Sharon Jackson?
Yeah.
Timothy Lusher? Yes. Reed Mills? Yes. Michael Nichols? Joe Sanderson?
Yes.
Charles Stewart?
Yes.
Brent Swager?
No.
William?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now that is adopted or passed. Now, any other motions you would like to make before we make a final approval? Well, I should say,
Mr. Chairman, I would offer a motion that finding of fact cease.
Thank you, Commissioner Jackson. Second. by Commissioner Sanderson. All those in favor of findings of fact ceasing, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like saying, all right, that motion is passed. Anyone else? Okay.
All right. I'll make a motion based on findings of fact number 1, 2, and 4. I think I would look at the first 3 that were adopted. To approve the zone change request for the property of 1007 Twilight Trail from IC Highway Commercial.
And your motion is for just items 1, 2, findings of fact 1, 2, and 4.
Based on those, yes.
I'll second it.
Oh, okay. Second by Commissioner Jackson. Any discussion? I will let the Secretary call the roll on this.
Mr. Jackson,
Yes.
Mr. Leisure,
Yes.
Mr. Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Nichols,
Yes.
Mr. Sanderson,
Yes.
Mr. Stewart,
Yes.
Mr. Swaver,
Yes.
Chairman May.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We're going to do another motion.
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
I do want to provide some information to the commission, please, before we adjourn. And that is on yesterday. I want to officially inform you that I received 9 hours of training to satisfy every requirement of General Assembly, City Commission, or any other organization who believe that we should be trained further. The evidence of which is on the desk of the Secretary, staff of the Planning Commission, and I'm good for you.
Great.
Is there anything that you need to share with us?
Yeah. I can share something. On all motions for zone changes, the recommendation should be that we recommend to fiscal court or city commission that they approve the zone map amendment and not that the planning commission approve a zone map amendment because the planning commission does not have that authority. Legislatively, statutorily, or either assumed. If I informed him incorrectly,
I was going to
that the recommendation should that's irrelevant.
Any other motions you made before we adjourn? Motion adjourned by
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jackson. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, say your seat.